Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I thought it would be fun to do a take on the Instagram trend of show me a picture of. So I thought why not hop on here and allow you guys a deep dive into my photos. So let's start. Okay, so it's no secret that I film on my phone. If you didn't know, you're being filmed on a phone. So we're going to use my good friend here, Google Photos, which is kind of digging me a bit, and it's not really fair to me because those Google Photos go back years. My phone only go back about a year. Well, I have photos on my Google Photos from when I was a child. So I'm kind of screwing myself over here, but I thought why not? I thought it'd be fun. So I have a list of the best photos I think. I'm just self-exposing myself here, but let's just get started. So the first photo that we're going to show is the first photo on my phone or on my Google Photos. So I'm so embarrassed to show these because they're just so awkward. They're so awkward. Okay, whatever. The first photo I have is this one. Let's get the photo info up so we can really deep dive as to when this photo is from. Now, I think I look kind of cute, but I look cute like, oh, she's cute, not like, that's a cute picture. Like, it's like, we kind of feel bad for her, do you know what I mean? Like, and do you see how I'm like taking my nail polish off? So I have really bad luck when it comes to nail polish. As you can see, I'm not even wearing any now because I've given up. Because I always don't have patience to wait for it to dry and then I ruin it. And I'm 1000% sure that's what happened in this picture, that it dried funny and now I'm taking it off. So this photo was taken on the 29th of March, 2010. That is almost 12 years ago. Okay, we had to get this photo off the screen, but that's crazy. That is crazy. Okay, the next one I have, because of the theme of where we are in 2021, I thought it would be fun to get my favorite New Year's Eve picture. Now, I always find New Year's Eve kind of like a hard time to take pictures because I'm usually outside and outside pictures don't really turn out well. I know that sounds really like an excuse, but this photo of my New Year's Eve I love, and it's one of my favorite photos of all time, is this picture right here. I want to say this was the New Year's Eve between 2016 to 2017. My friends and I were all hanging out, had a late night, and I fell asleep on my friend's couch, and I just think it's such a cool photo. Like, I'm dead asleep, the couch is yellow. So I think that's like the perfect like morning after New Year's Eve picture. Obviously I was 16 at the time, nothing crazy happened, there was no alcohol, there was no anything negative happening. It's just late night, hang out with friends, and this was the result. So I love this picture, this is a great picture. The next theme is a birthday. Now, I'm not such a birthday person, I want to say. Like, I don't really love my birthday. I just find the build up towards the birthday makes the actual birthday not good. Because you're like, it's my birthday, it's gonna be amazing, blah, 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 and then it's just not. It's just a regular day. But this picture, I'm kind of cheating because this picture was taken the day after my birthday. As you can see, it says in the corner the 12th of the 2nd, my birthday's the 11th. But last year for my birthday, my friends and I went away for the weekend and I took this picture, and I think it's cool. The two like silhouettes in the front are actually of my two friends, but they could be random. Like, it just is cool that I know who those two people are. And the sun was bright and the camera did this like weird cool effect on the picture, and it just looks like a really good day. And it's funny because from this perspective, looking at the picture, you're like, wow, the ocean. But I remember like so clearly I was like sitting on a really uncomfortable rock, like just taking pictures of the ocean. But I love this picture. I think it's really cool. I'm gonna give myself a little pat on the back. I love this picture. The next theme is a picture of my dog. Now, if you didn't know, I actually grew up with two dogs, but unfortunately we lost my one dog a couple months ago. But this is a picture of my little girl. Her name is Lucy. She's about 13. She's like the biggest brat you've ever met. She thinks she owns the planet, but I just love her. She's just so cute. So this is a picture of her sleeping. She's just so cute. Anyway, this is my Lucy. I love her. Next is a great memory. So a picture that when I think of it and I see it, I'm like, that was a good day. So I actually couldn't pick just one for these, and after I picked the pictures and I was going through them, I realized both pictures have the same theme. The first picture is this one right here. My cousin and I went rock climbing one day randomly, and I do not come across as the type of person who's like very physical. Like, I like to exercise, I like to stay healthy, but I don't know, I just come across very normal. But one of my like little hidden passions is I love climbing things. Like, I want to go rock climbing all the time. It's something that I always talk about. I want to be in a harness, just like being lifted and then swung down. I think it's just so fun. And it's crazy because I don't love heights that much. Like, I'm not like a thrill seeker, but I love climbing. Anyway, so this picture, my cousin and I went rock climbing randomly and had such a ball. The place was totally empty, and we had access to every single rock climbing wall we wanted. It was so fun. So this is my one picture of a great memory. So love this one. Then the second picture of a great memory is along that same theme. This is me on a ropes course. Now, I remember when I was 10 was my first like encounter with a ropes course, and like we didn't really get along that well. Like, I remember being on the floor practicing and being like, I got this, then got up on the wall and literally freaked out. So this is me when I was about 14, went back to that same campsite, climbed the wall, and felt like the greatest king on the planet. I was like, I did this, I got this, like I climbed up there, did the whole thing. Like, I just thought it was amazing. Every time I look at it, I'm like, I did that. Like, I remember how afraid I was and how like conquered I felt afterwards. So pats on the back. Okay. The next picture we have is a picture before something bad happened. Now, I found this question really interesting, and I was going through my pictures being like, what was bad that happened? And then I came across 2020, the corona pandemic. Now, this picture was taken literally the week before we went into lockdown. I remember I had a day off work. My family and I, we drove to the beach, we took pictures, we had such a fun day. And the next week we were locked indoors because of the first lockdown and the first quarantine, and that was when we all learned what masks were and what the word quarantine meant. So this is that picture. It's crazy to like look at it and be like, we had no idea that our lives were about to change and the whole world was going to change. This is going to be our last chance to go on a family road trip for about a year and a half. I also love this picture because I love the fact that I love the picture, because there are so many, I look at it and I'm like, my waist isn't this big and this and that, and I'm like, you know what, screw that. Like, I look beautiful, I feel beautiful. So I really love this picture, and it also captures my face. I think it's really important to address these things because it's really normal to self-criticize, but it's important to be able to overcome that and be like, I am freaking amazing. So I love this picture, and I really feel that in myself when I look at this picture. The next thing we have is a picture of a time when I wasn't okay. It's called dramatic irony, when the viewer knows what we're talking about, but the character in the show doesn't. And I think it's really interesting when I look back now and I look at pictures and I'm like, I was not okay then, but I was just living my life not knowing that I wasn't okay. I think this picture, this was my last YouTube video I filmed before I stopped filming. And it was like a random video. I like dyed my hair pink. I'll tag it in the iCards and more than welcome to watch it. It was really fun, but I remember like feeling so unmotivated during filming that video. I was like, I just want to get it done. I just want to upload it, edit it, whatever. Like, I'm done. I don't even care anymore. And that became like quite a constant theme until like I felt myself getting better. So it's really interesting looking back at this picture and being like, it's all gonna be okay. But at that stage, it really wasn't. So the next theme is a photo that makes me feel good about myself. I loved this question. I think it was like a really interesting thing to look through my pictures and being like, which ones can I be like, damn, I like you, I don't like you, And it's like strange to be critical, but like okay with that. And I found two pictures for this, which I actually was quite proud of, because I was like, I'm so critical usually in the fact that I could be like, I like this and I like that, and what they resemble, it really means a lot. The first one is this picture. This was also like around the time that I moved countries and I was really struggling, and I went out for dinner with my friend and had like such a marvelous time, and you can see we got this delicious food and I was just laughing and she was just snapping pictures of me, and I just love this picture. I feel so young when I look at it. I feel like I look like a baby, and just, it was like the beginning of a whole journey that I had no idea was gonna happen. And I don't know, it just makes me feel good and just reminds me of good times, and I really love it. The next picture I picked for this is actually a picture that I also am very proud of, that I really love, is this picture. Now, I know this sounds stupid, but I love the fact that I love this picture even though my hair is curly in it. And hair is just something that I'm really insecure about. I have a whole video about my journey of my hair. I will tag in the iCards, but I used to straighten it like permanently every single year. When I was 19, I decided to stop, and now for the most part I wear my hair natural. I just love the fact that I'm growing into it, and there are times where I'm like, oh, straight hair is so much prettier, but I think it's important to be able to address that and be okay with the fact that I'm learning to love this part of myself. So I really love that my hair is curly in this picture. There's a funny story with this picture where I was telling my friend that I had no pictures of myself and my mom wanted a picture of me and I had none, and he started like snapping pictures and I was like, no, stop. I got so insecure and so stressed out that all of a sudden he was snapping pictures of me, and I was like, you take bad pictures of me, I look ugly. And he took this one and I literally saw it and I was like, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I've used it for everything. I had to very awkwardly tell him that he actually did a good job, even though all I had been doing was telling him he was doing a bad job. So sorry, friend. I also love the view, the colors, the sea, just everything about this picture. It's really a really fun picture. So good job, friend who took it. Thank you. The next picture is a picture of me at a wedding. So this is me at my friend's wedding. We were her like team bride. She didn't have bridesmaids so much, so we were like team bride. We were with her the whole day. This was right after we had taken her like wedding pictures, and we were just hanging out in the car waiting for her to take her singles, and we were just blaring music and having tons of fun. So I love this picture. I had done my makeup, I was feeling good, feeling fresh, so really love this picture, and my hair looks so light in it. I love my hair being light. The next one is when I got a new piercing. So I know that there are pictures right when I got my nose ring, but I couldn't find them. However, this picture, which I don't know why I'm putting it on the internet, but this picture was right after I got my nose done. And I remember sending it to people being like, what do we think? Is it good? Is it bad? And I remember I sent it to my mom and she was like, oh, nice. And I was like, you love nose piercings. What are you saying? But I love it. And yeah, this is my picture of announcing to my friends that I put a hole in my face. So the next picture is a photo with an animal that isn't my animal. So I was looking through my camera roll to be like, surely I have a picture of me and my friend's dog or someone, and this was the only picture that I found of me and an animal that wasn't my dog's. So this is a kangaroo. If you didn't know that I'm Australian, this was actually I was on a camp, and we stayed in this place where there was literally a kangaroo camp like right next to us. When I say kangaroo camp, I don't mean like they were away for the weekend too. I mean like that's where the kangaroos lived, and they were like the friendliest, most sweetest animals. And the truth is, kangaroos can be freaking scary. Like if you get hurt by a kangaroo, like you're gone. Like they could kill you. And these were really chill. They were just like jumping around and letting us take pictures with them, and we were feeding them, and it was really fun. So I love kangaroos. I also love, like, I'm very sentimental about kangaroos. They're like the sign of my country that I'm from, so love them. And this was just a really, really fun day and a fun picture. This next picture is the day that I moved countries. So I was looking for like a picture of me like being all excited, and then I came across this picture and I just laughed and I had to use it. So I had an 8-hour layover between all my flights, and I got a hotel room, which in the Bangkok airport they have hotel rooms. And I remember getting in the room, I had like been on a plane for hours, I showered, came out, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't want to dirty my new clothes, but I don't want to get back into dirty clothes. What do I do? So I literally found the robe in the cupboard in the hotel room and wore just my robe for like the whole 8 hours. It was the best 8 hours I've ever had. And granted, it wasn't even that like fluffy robe, it was just a piece of crappy fabric, but I had a ball. And I remember I put the matching slippers on, I was eating snacks, and it was just a great day. So that's this picture. I just love the fact that I spent 8 hours in a robe. It's great fun. Alrighty, next we have my most embarrassing picture. Now I don't know why I'm putting this on the internet. Like if I'm gonna regret one thing, it's putting this on the internet, but what do I have to lose? This is my most embarrassing picture. This is from when I was 11. I was like definitely an awkward child. Definitely an awkward child. I remember I used this picture in like a school graduation video, and everyone was like, who is that? And I was like, it was me. But yeah, this was definitely my awkward, puberty stage of life, and that is what I looked like. And if you're embarrassed, Think of how I felt going out like that, thinking I looked cool with my freaking headband. Okay, let's take this picture down. That's enough. And lastly, I thought these were cool. I really wanted to put these in. So these are my favorite photography pictures. So if you didn't know, I like to like play around with photography. It's really a passion of mine, and I love like capturing the right angle and this and that, and I just think it's really fun. And I couldn't find one that I loved. I had to pick two, so forgive me. But my first one is this picture. I think this is just like such a beautiful picture. This is of the Rose Bay Wharf in Sydney when I was in Sydney about 2 months ago. I will tag the video above. I made a video about it. I just think that the way that the lights stream onto the ocean is so amazing. And what I think is really cool is the fact that it's not super clear where the lights are coming from. Like, it's not like you see the green light above and then you see it reflected. Like, you don't see the green light, you only see it reflected in the water, which I think is so beautiful. And it can be a metaphor for the fact that there are many layers to things and we don't see them all. But I just love this picture. I just think it's so beautiful. You know, you can see stars, you can see like sunset, you can see the water. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I love this picture. I love Rose Bay Wharf. I have a lot of memories there, and it's just such a beautiful place. So love this picture. I would say this batch of photos that I've taken has probably been the photos that I've been the most proud of. This is one of them. I think this is one of my favorites that I took that day. I was just going for a walk on the beach and I saw this man surfing, and he just became my muse, and I was just snapping him, and I was trying to get his attention to be like, send me your email, I'll get you the pictures, but didn't get his email. So if anyone knows who this guy is, let him know that I have maybe thousands of pictures of him. But I just thought it was so amazing, and I captured him like conquering this wave, which I thought was so amazing, and the sky was beautiful. And it was like so vibrant, and the colors were, I just couldn't believe in that moment that I had the privilege of staring at this beautiful sky and the beautiful ocean and just watching it with my bare eyes, and I just had to capture the pictures. And maybe that's what I love about photography, the fact that these moments last forever. And I just think this photo is so cool. I mean, I just snapped at the exact moment, and I just love this picture so much. So I would say this is definitely one of my most favorite pictures that I've ever taken. Well, that's it. I shared with you pictures in my camera roll. If you want to see another one of these and we can do a deeper dive, comment down below. Also head over to my Instagram and let me know what you would like to see pictures of. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, comment down below what you want to see next, and give this video a big thumbs up. All of these actions really help my channel. I'm obviously starting back up again and getting into it, and I would love and appreciate your support so much. So thank you so much. Check out my TikTok and my Instagram, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.